Hey guys, welcome back to the show. So I've got another watch in for you today, and this one I've actually picked it out because I seen it online at a great price, and I thought I'm going to order it, see what it looks like. If it looks great, I'll keep it. If not, I'm going to return it back to the store today. And just to give you an update on that, I have looked at the watch and I've decided to return this one. Now it's quite a popular watch. I looked at a few reviews and I could see online that a lot of people highly regard this watch, and I can see why it's highly regarded because it looks nice, but it's just not really for me. So let's take a look. So the watch is the Hamilton Khaki Field watch, and I'm going to be honest, I can't give you specs on it right now because I've not done the research on this watch, and the reason I've not done the research is because I decided to not keep it, and I bought it on a bit of a whim. So that's the situation. Overall, the watch is nice. First of all, let's just open it up and have a look. Okay, so this is the watch here, and if I take it off here, there we go. You can see the watch. So it's got a blacked out face, and it's got blacked out around the metal part of the watch as well. So the whole watch is sort of blacked out apart from the numbers and the hands. Now, when I seen this online, I thought it looked really cool, but for me, now that it's arrived, it's just not really what I thought it might be. I've been looking at, for example, the IWC Pilot Watch, and I guess when I seen this, for some reason, I somehow compared it. But when it's arrived, it doesn't quite look the same as something like that. It does actually look like a military style watch, and for that reason, it's not something that I would find much use for, as in I don't really have situations where I'm likely to wear it. So I'm not going to add it into my collection, and I'm not going to keep it. Saying that, it's clearly a nice looking watch. I mean, there's clearly absolutely nothing negative about the watch. I can imagine a lot of people really liking it. But for me, as I say, it just doesn't tick enough boxes. I'll put it on so you can see what it looks like. So let's take off the G-Shock, which I bought recently. And it comes with this NATO strap. I'm not going to put it on properly, but if you can see there in this picture, this is what it looks like. See, I just find personally it looks quite small on the wrist, but also it doesn't really, for me, it doesn't do much for me. I find that with watches, you kind of know. You just put a watch on, and I think you know. Some people, it takes a while for them to grow into certain watches. You know, they can hold it for a few weeks before they decide what they're going to do. Or some people just buy a watch and then after a while they don't stop wearing it. But for me, I kind of know instantly, and it's like a feeling that I have when I put the watch on, and I sort of rely on that feeling when I'm buying things, because that way I feel like it's an emotional connection when you buy a watch. For me, I mean, it's not an investment. I mean, clearly something like this, which is, you know, I think they're like £400 or something like that to buy. It's not an investment. It's not something that's gonna, well, it might, but it's unlikely to go up in price. You know, it's unlikely. It is Swiss made, so that's good. I would say it's very good value for money. You know, it's not an automatic watch, but what you actually do is you wind it, and so by winding it, that's how you keep the watch going. And I think you have to wind it every couple of days. I think the power reserves are around about 50 hours. I could be wrong. But I mean, it is you know, it's a cool looking watch, and I can see why so many people would like it. I know Hamilton's a good brand, and they have a range of different styles and a range of different watches. But for me, it just doesn't tick enough boxes, as I say, because I just don't know where I would ever wear this. And that's really what it comes down to. It's like there is no point in, for me, a collection isn't just about having something in a room. It's about something, you know, in a box. It's about having something that you can use and that you're excited about wearing as often as you can. And it feels good to put, you know, your watches on. So buying something like this, for example, where I know I'm not going to have any use for it, I know I'm not going to wear it, it's just going to sit there. It's just, there's no point in me buying it. And I've done that before. I've got several watches in my collection that I never wear. And I guess I've learned from that there's no point in having those watches because they just sit there. And that's not the purpose of a watch, I don't think. For me, anyway, A watch isn't about having something, you know, just collecting as many as you can and building up this collection. What is the point? I don't personally get that. For me, it's about building. It's about building a collection of things that you really like, and you know, you've been able to go into that collection and put one on, and having some sort of connection with it because you've handpicked it because you liked it so much. And I guess when you buy something online, that's part of the risk. You know, when you're buying something online, you're relying on pictures, and it's quite difficult to know what it's going to look like until you actually get it in person, put it on your wrist, see how it, you know, what it looks like. And as I say, in this particular situation, even though this is clearly a very nice watch, it just doesn't really fit my, you know, my personality and the way that I, you know, the way that I come across and the way that I dress and things like that. So who do I think this would be good for? I think this is, I'll be honest, I think a lot of people would like this watch. You know, I think I can imagine this being, well, it is a very popular watch, and I can see why it's a very popular watch. So I reckon you can wear this with pretty much anything, to be honest. You know, you could definitely wear that with, you know, going to work. You could wear it casual. You could wear it going for a drink with your friend. I mean, you could wear that. You could probably wear that with a suit. I don't see any reason why you couldn't wear that with a suit, you know. I mean, I would wear a G-Shock with a suit, so I don't see any reason why you couldn't wear this with a suit. But I guess what I can tell, and this is something I'll talk about with this watch, it is very well made, and you can tell that even at the price range, which is very low, they've put a lot of work into making a really high quality watch here. It feels good, it feels solid, you know. It's nice and light. As you can see, it's very thin, which is also very nice. It's very nice on the wrist. The lugs are, I would say, very large, as in, so as you can see, there's a NATO strap on here, and that kind of covers up the fact that there's quite a big gap there between, with, you know, with the lugs. And so I think if you were to put another strap on here, like a leather strap or a rubber strap, I think you'd have an issue where you'd see a gap. And that is one of the things that puts me off it, to be honest, because I looked online and I've seen people that have had that situation, and I just don't think it looks right. And to be honest, I'm not a big fan of a NATO strap. It's something that I'd wear now and then, but I know because it's on a NATO strap, I wouldn't wear it that much. And I know that I can't really, well, you could, but I wouldn't put it on a rubber strap based on the pictures I've seen and the gap there between the lugs. So overall, you know, is that a good investment? I wouldn't say as a financial investment it's good, but I think as an investment to add something to your watch collection, if you're looking for something that's nice and small, comfortable, and has that certain military field vibe about it, which it clearly has. I mean, this watch was actually used during wartime. I mean, it's actually got a lot of history, this watch, and that's quite exciting, and it's something that a lot of people will find fascinating, and it is a good reason to buy something like this. So, you know, I'm just going to make this a brief one because I'm actually going to return this watch. I've actually just ordered a tag here, so I'll be showing you guys that soon. But yeah, overall, I think it's an okay watch. It does look nice. I can imagine a lot of people really loving it, but it's just not for me, unfortunately. Hope this was helpful. If you've got any questions about this watch, just let me know, and hopefully I'll speak to you guys soon.